A very good morning, class. Today again with this TNF block, Elements Unit 8, I am here with the lecture number 3. So I hope you people have watched the previous two videos, and all the concepts are clear, whatever I have explained in these two videos. So let's move for next. Today we will learn about the trends in electrode potential, and I hope people are very clear with this electrode potential, what it is. Electrode potential you have done in the electrochemistry. So that is generally we talk about the reduction potential. In terms of, if we talk about the electrode potential, generally we talk about the reduction potential, and that concept we have learned that higher the reduction potential, higher will be the tendency to get reduced. Yes. So we will follow like this. Chaliye, let's start with this. Trends in M+2 M electrode potential. That means the M di-positive cation is going to reduce into M. Got it? So what will be the trend for this? Like just for example, you can say that Mn+2 say Mn, or Cr+2 to Cr, or Fe+2 to Fe. So what is the trend? What will be the trend for all this 3D series and say 4D series and all that? So electrode potential of copper is positive, and that is 0.34. Yes, so that's why it doesn't liberate hydrogen from acid. ये hydrogen HCl से कभी भी hydrogen gas को liberate नहीं कर पाता, because for hydrogen, if you can learn remember that electrode potential or electrochemistry, for hydrogen it is 0.00 volt, isn't it? And for copper it is 0.34 volt. So I just told you right now only that higher the electrode potential, higher will be the tendency to get reduced. That means copper cannot copper cannot be oxidized. Copper has to be reduced. So that's why it cannot liberate H2 gas from acid. But it only reacts with conc H2SO4 and conc HNO3. Which one is high? We can say that the strongest oxidizing agent. So since it will be strongest oxidizing agent, it is the strongest oxidizing agent, in that case the copper has to be reduced, and copper can reduce here also according to the electrode potential also. Why not HCl? There will be a question asked that HCl, H2SO4 and conc HNO3, all three are strong acid, but still the H2SO4 and HNO3 work as an oxidizing agent, while HCl doesn't. So you can see that HCl oxidation state is -1, which is in the least state. So that means it will act as a reducing agent, not as the oxidizing agent. But in this case, it is +6. That means highest one. Similarly, HNO3 +5. That means highest one. So obviously, what it will do? This will act as a strong oxidant or strong oxidizing agent. I hope it is clear what I have explained. Yes. Now, E0 value of Mn, Ni, Zn are more negative than expected from the trend due to greater stability of half-filled desorption. So, Mn, we have done this concept we have done over there. So Mn, Ni and Zn जो होता है, because of this strong it is more negative. E0 value जो होती है वो more negative होती है, because it has the greater stability of half-filled desorption. That means D5 in Mn+2 and D10 in Zn+2. Yes. The exceptional behavior of Ni. Now you can ask that question, that Mn we understood that D5, Zn understood that D10, but why Ni? So that is the exceptional behavior over here. The exceptional behavior of Ni towards E0 value from the regular trend is due to its high negative enthalpy of hydration. So that is the point. A question can be asked that why Mn, Ni, zinc are more negative, electrode potential are more negative than the expected one. Explain. So for the Mn you will say D5, for Zn you will say D10, and for Ni what you will say? Because of more or high negative enthalpy of hydration. Okay, that means very easily ये hydrolyze हो जाता है, hydrate हो जाता है. So that's why it is having high negative enthalpy of hydration. Now Mn trends in M+3 to M. It was M+2 यानी Ni+2 से Ni, Zn+2 Zn, Cu+2 Cu, like that. Here we will talk about Mn+3 to Mn यानी Cr+3 to Cr. Yes. Similarly, V+3 to V, Cobalt+3 to 3. Cobalt. So that is the trend we are talking about. Sc plus 3, scandium plus 3 has noble gas configuration. So E naught for Sc plus 3 to Sc plus 2. That means scandium plus 3, if it wants to reduce into Sc plus 2, that is very low. वो बहुत ही मतलब E naught for this is very much low, means will not be easily oxidized. Yes. So here it is going to be this is called reduction over here, isn't it? S3 plus 3 to Sc plus 3, that means it is reduction. So reduction होने के लिए क्या होना चाहिए? This value should be very much what? Should be very much like high, but this value is very much low, and that's why will not be easily, sorry, it will be reduced, not oxidized. It will not be easily reduced in Sc from Sc plus 3 to Sc plus 2. Got it? Clear? Okay. Zn plus 2 has D10 configuration, due to which Zn has very high E naught value, as it is difficult to take one electron from Zn plus 2 to convert it into Zn plus 3. Zn plus 2 D10 configuration it will have. So now no more electron can be taken out from this. And if we want to take out, we have to put very, very, very high energy on that case. So that's why E naught value becomes very much high. बहुत ज़्यादा high हो जाता है, and hence it cannot be further oxidized. ये Zn plus 2 से Zn plus 3 cannot be oxidized. Got it? Okay, now next thing. E naught for Mn plus 3 to Mn plus 2, यानी Mn plus 3 से Mn plus 2 में reduce होने के लिए, that is very high, आसान, बहुत ज़्यादा है. Why Mn plus 3, if I am talking about, the configuration will be what? 3d4, isn't it? But if Mn plus 2 we are talking about, it is 3d5. So that means Mn plus 2 is more stable than the Mn plus 3. So अगर हम Mn plus 3 को reduce करना चाहें Mn plus 2 में, so that will be very much high, as Mn plus 2 is very stable with D5 configuration. Got it? Mn plus 3 से Mn plus 2 में reduce होने के जो reduction value होगी, electrode potential जो reduction potential की value होगी, that will be quite high, because we know that higher the reduction potential, higher will be the reduction, greater will be the tendency to reduce, isn't it? So that's the reason. So now the next point, that is E naught for Fe plus 3 to Fe plus 2 is very low. If we talk about Fe plus 3 is for 3d5. Yes, 4:2 3d6 होता है. So 4:2 and 3d1 it will go to 3d5. And if we talk about Fe plus 2, it will be 3d6. So if I'm talking about Fe plus 3 से Fe plus 2 reduction, this one reduction, so यहाँ पे reduction value इसकी क्या होगी? Very much, बहुत कम होगी. That means easily reduce नहीं हो सकता, because 3d5 is already stable condition. So it will not, it won't like be converted into the Fe plus 2. It will not reduce in the Fe plus 2 case, because it is going to be unstable. So that's why E naught value बहुत ही कम होती है, and lesser the electrode potential, lesser the reduction potential, lesser will be the chance to get reduced, and hence it cannot be. Got it? I hope it is clear. The reason is that Fe plus 3 D5 that has the extra stability. Now, comparative low value for vanadium is on account of V plus 2 ion due to T2G3 configuration. What is this comparative low value for V is on account of V plus 2. If I'm talking about V plus 2, so V plus 2 is like, this is 4s2 3d3, we know. So this is the 3d3. Yes. So that means V plus 2 से V में reduce होना, it won't be easily done. Why? Because 3d3 T2G stability configuration it is having. So that's why the reduction potential will be comparative low, because it won't be converted into V plus 2 to V. Reduce नहीं होना चाहेगा, as it is already it has already got this T2G configuration, half fill configuration, T2G configuration. Got it? Okay. So now vanadium 4s2 3d3 V plus 2 3d3 T2G configuration it is called, and T2G configuration जो होगा that will be stable condition, so it won't be reduced from V plus 2 to V, and that's why the reduction potential will be less. E naught value, E naught reduction will be less for this. Okay. So now, chemical reactivity and E0 value, how they are related with each other. Metals of the first transition series, except copper, are relatively more reactive than other series. कॉपर को छोड़ दें तो बाकी जितने भी 3D सीरीज के जितने भी एलिमेंट्स हैं दे आर मोर रिएक्टिव दैन द 4D सीरीज दैन द 5D सीरीज एंड द 6D सीरीज एलिमेंट्स okay because they have very high in electrode potential. They will have very high reduction potential. Yes, less negative E0 values for M plus 2 to M along the series indicate a decreasing tendency to form the divalent cation. It says that ki E0 M plus 2 to M, this reduction value, इसके लिए reduction जो negative value है that what we say, reduction potential जो value है, that is less negative value is there. So that's why it indicates that the divalent cation are unstable in this category, in this series. Okay, more negative E0 values than expected for Mn, Ni and Zn show greater stability for Mn plus 2, Ni plus 2, Zn plus 2. And what is the reason? Right now I have explained Mn plus 2 D5 configuration, Zn plus 2 D10 configuration, and Ni plus 3 high negative hydration enthalpy. E0 value for redox couple M plus 3 to M plus 2 indicate that Mn plus 3 and Co plus 3 ions are the strongest oxidizing agent. What is this? Let me explain you with the table. I will tell you. And while Ti plus 2, V plus 2 and Cr plus 2 are the strongest reducing agent. How? Let me show you with this. This one is that Mn plus 3, if you check the reduction potential over here, this is 1.57 plus and this is cobalt 1 plus. So that means reduction potential is very much high and hence it has greater tendency to reduce. It will reduce. So self-reduction, that means it will act as an oxidizing agent. So that's the reason that Mn plus 3 and Co plus 3 will act as the strongest oxidizing agent in aqueous solution. But if we talk about Ti plus 3 or V plus 3 or Cr plus 2 like this is, so here the reduction potential is very much low, isn't it? Negative. So that means this reduction is not possible. Ye reduction possible nahi hai. So that means oxidation will be there. Only the oxidation will be there. Yes. This will undergo oxidation, not the reduction. So if it is going oxidation, that means it will act as a reducing agent, and that's the written over here, strongest reducing agent. I hope it is clear. Now next thing, trends in the stability of higher oxidation state of transition metal oxides. Oxygen stabilizes the highest oxidation state more than fluorine, as oxygen has ability to form multiple bonds with the metal. That already I have explained. Yes, because oxygen can form the multiple bond, and that's why even fluorine is most electronegative, but फिर भी उससे भी ज़्यादा oxygen जो होता है that has the ability to show the what we say, to show the highest oxidation state on the metal. Okay, the highest oxidation state is the same as that of the group number. Highest oxidation state जो होगा, that will always be for the transition element, for the D block elements. I'm telling you, it will be always equal to group number. So if Mn is in group 7, that means it can show the maximum oxidation state plus 7, and Mn2O7 is the compound. Okay, oxide, we are talking about metal oxide. We are not talking about any other compound. You can say that KMnO4 is also a compound where Mn shows plus 7, but we are not talking about any other compound. Here only the metal oxides. Okay. Beyond group 7, the maximum oxidation state is plus 3. अगर Mn जो है इसके अलावा, if I'm leaving that chromium and manganese, if I'm leaving that, then the maximum oxidation state will be plus 3, like Fe2O3. ठीक है. Although in ferrates, FeO4 minus 2, ferrate we have done, metal ferrate होता है. So this is instead of metal, कोई भी metal हम लगा सकते हैं, and that I have removed, so it is FeO4 minus 2. Metal ferrates or ferrate formed in alkaline medium has plus 6 oxidation state, but when it decomposes, it gives Fe2O3 and O2. That means the oxidation state again becomes plus 3. Yes, metal will have plus 3 state over here. There is only two things, like chromium and manganese. Chromium group 6, so that's why the maximum state will be 6, CrO3. Let me write that also. Chromium belongs to group 6, so it is it shows the compound CrO3 where the oxidation state of chromium is 6. Yes, so that is group 6 और group 7 को छोड़कर, chromium and manganese को छोड़कर जितने भी other metals होंगे, they will show the maximum oxidation state +3, and that is what? Iron, scandium, we can say that. Structure of Mn2O7, if you'll draw, we have done in that P block so many times, we have done Mn2, so that's why write the 2, and this 7 oxygen, so equally distribute kar do, and then 1 oxygen left, so in center oxygen will form either 2 single bond or 1 double bond. Nothing is there, so that's why oxygen is going to form the double bond over here, but in this oxygen this is attached to this Mn as well as this Mn, so single bond. And one more thing, that Mn has maximum valence electron 7, so it can form maximum bond 7, and that it has formed. Yes. Some questions. Why is Cr+2 reducing agent while Mn+3 is oxidizing agent, although both have D4 configuration? So let me show you with this. Cr+2, if I'm talking about, this is D4 configuration, 3D4. Okay, and Mn, if I'm talking about Mn+3, then again it is 3D4. So the one thing you have to learn, that for the chromium, 3D3 stability is more stable than the 3D5 half-filled configuration, while for manganese the half-filled stability is more important than the T2G stability. Did you get that? Chromium wants to achieve T2G stability, while manganese wants to achieve half-filled stability. So in order of that, chromium will easily lose one more electron. If it will lose, it will convert into 3D3 stability, isn't it? So 3D3, that means T2G stability it is going to get, while Mn+3 will gain one electron. It will gain one electron, so that it will convert into 3D5 half-filled stability. So now you can say that which one is oxidizing agent and which one is reducing agent. Since chromium is losing one electron, that means it is undergoing oxidation. Yes, so hence it will act as a reducing agent, while manganese is undergoing what? Is gaining one electron. That means manganese is undergoing reduction, so it will act as an oxidizing agent. I hope it is clear whatever I have explained. So this is the thing. Cr+2, after losing one more electron, convert into Cr+3 and attain T2G3 stability. So it acts as a reducing agent, while Mn+3 gains one electron and converted into Mn+2, which gain half-filled stability. So that's why it is called it is oxidizing agent. Clear? So in that way, that जो मैंने previous ऐसे तरीके से समझाया, so that is easy way, but writing you have to write like this. Yes. Now move to next question. The E0 M+2M value for copper is positive. What is the possible reason for this? कॉपर की रिडक्शन वैल्यू पॉजिटिव होती है, बाकी अदर मेटल जितने भी हम देखते हैं दैट इज नेगेटिव. व्हाट इज द रीजन? व्हाट कैन बी द रीजन? So that is somewhere related with the hydration enthalpy. So what you have to say, that copper has higher enthalpy of atomization, that is energy absorbed. The energy absorbed is higher, okay, and low enthalpy of hydration. It has very low enthalpy of hydration, I have already told you. So that means enthalpy of hydration में क्या होती है? Bond बनता है water के साथ, so that's why energy is released over there. So high energy absorb होती है, low energy release होती है. Clear? The high energy required to transform copper to copper+2 is not balanced by its hydration enthalpy. So copper को copper+2 में convert करने के लिए जो energy की requirement होती है, that is not at all balanced by this enthalpy of hydration, and that's the reason that E0 value for copper+2 to copper is positive. ये value positive आती है क्योंकि absorb value जो है यहाँ पे देखो, this is absorb value, that is higher and the released value is lesser. So जो copper से copper+2 को copper में convert होने के लिए जितनी जो energy चाहिए होती है, that is not balanced by the hydration enthalpy, and that's why reduction potential की value क्या होती है? Very much high होती है. Got it? Clear? Now magnetic properties. Magnetic properties we have done in the coordination also, and that's the same way here we will do. It depends upon the unpaired electron. When magnetic field is applied to substance, mainly two type of behavior are observed, that is diamagnetism and paramagnetism. So I have explained you that when the diamagnetism and when the paramagnetism. Diamagnetic substance contain no unpaired electron and repelled by magnetic, while paramagnetic substance are attracted by magnet and contain one or more unpaired electron. So if there is unpaired electron, it will be called paramagnetic, and if there is no unpaired electron, it will be called diamagnetic. Except zinc, all the transition elements are paramagnetic. जिंक में क्या होता है, completely filled होते हैं, so that's why except zinc सब में क्या होता है, all are paramagnetic because they have कुछ न कुछ unpaired electron होते हैं उनके पास. So now again something next in this magnetic properties. Paramagnetism arises due to presence of unpaired electron, each such electron having a magnetic moment associated with its spin angular momentum and orbital angular momentum. And the formula you know. The compound of first transition metals, the contribution of orbital angular momentum is effectively quenched and hence is of no significance. यानी कि फर्स्ट ट्रांजिशन सीरीज में कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ ऑर्बिटल एंगुलर मोमेंटम का कोई सिग्निफिकेंस नहीं होता है. दैट इज व्हाई फॉर दीज एलिमेंट्स स्पिन ओनली मोमेंटम is calculated, that is mu, and the formula is mu is equal to root under n into n plus 2 Bohr magneton. Yes, where number of n, that n represents the number of unpaired electron, and I have given you a short trick also to find this. It will be related with the unpaired electron, so similarly you can do. Yes. Now, so here is a question that related with this. Calculate the spin only moment of a divalent ion in aqueous solution of atomic number 25. So what you have to do, you are supposed to first find the configuration, and that means unpaired electron. So just find it. It is 4:2 3d5. So unpaired electron is equal to 5. That means mu is equal to root under 5 into root under 5 plus 2 you can do, and you will get this root under 35. That means somewhat related to 5 point. It will be related with how to do this. I have told you that you can say that the number of unpaired electron point any value more than 5. You can put it over here, and that will be the approximately correct answer. Whatever, like 7, 5, 8, 2, approximately correct answer it will be. So you will get it. Got it? Now the next question is that calculate the spin only magnet moment of M plus 2 ion of Z27. M plus 2 ion जो भी हो Z27 है. So atomic number 27 है. Now M plus 2 यानी कि 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन निकाल दिया गया. So if Z27, what will be the configuration? It will be 4s2 3d7, isn't it? So 2 electrons removed, that means it becomes 0. So unpaired electron will be what? 5. And then 2 paired ho gaye, so 3 will be unpaired electron, isn't it? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. So how many unpaired electron? 3. So root under 3 into 3 plus 2, that means root under 15, and you can find this will be equal to 3 point something. 3 point any value higher than 5 you can say. So let me put it here 7 2. Yes, it will be okay. I hope it is clear. So that's it for today class. Thank you. Next we will discuss about the formation of coordination compound and complexes and somewhat related with this. So we'll meet you in next video. Till then, thank you class. Enjoy your studies.